Alright guys, now I have this door here which toggles from a button. There's no way I can keep it up to where it goes up there. To where you can't pro in. But I know that you can pro in. Now, here's how to build it. So we need 2 sticky pistons. A block of your choice. Block here. Now we need to put a torch here. If we put it here, it's gonna extend up to there. Repeater. Redstone. Put a block. Torch. This will keep the top one down. If I press this, it closes. And if you press it, that happens. But then it goes right back in. That's how to make that one. And I'll also show you how to build a fire alarm panel system. Alright. So we're going to be using block of choice, which is I would choose iron. You can use any block you want. So we got to make the panel. So we need signs. So we leave it as FCP and then put instructions. Because this one way we're gonna make this one the silence button, this one the reset. Place buttons. Now you want to remove all of this. So because we need to make a RS lower match. If you don't know what that means, I'll show you a brief demo of it. So this is a simplistic version. Now when we press a button, like on this side where the torch is, we press the button, that turns off, this turns on, and keeps that torch from turning off. That's why it's called an RS lower match. Now we need to build it so that any fire alarm activation will activate both of them because that's how we're going to be able to do it. So if I put these 2 blocks here, torch. Now we can make it a simplistic one. So this is the simplistic one. I'm gonna put a repeater here. No, we don't need to put any delay on it. Redstone. Now we're gonna make a mirror version of it. Now, in order to connect this, so we need to connect this into the circuit. So now, when an alarm activation happens, so these are going to be the silence and reset buttons. So, and we want this to be the trigger. So if we press these, this happens. Alright. And we gotta make sure to place a block up here so it doesn't connect to that. Now, in order to connect both of them to the alarm, all we have to do is wire one of these, which we're going to be wiring this. So, up to this one. And then that's how it triggers. Now, we need to make sure it doesn't do this. It doesn't do that automatically. So place a torch here. Redstone there. So now this makes it link together. So this is going to be the trigger system, and then the other one here, as you can see, this redstone here, this torch here, and this torch here is going to be for the alarm. So this one here is going to be for the alarm system. So we're going to place a note block. Now you can set it to whatever tone you want on this. It's flexible. And then this one here, we also have to wire up because we're going to be wiring this up, and this is when we're silent. We will have audible silence to where we'll have audible silence here to where the lights will still go off, but the alarm will not go off. So we're going to be wiring up a light. Now you can set it to whatever delay you want with a repeater, but here is a very important part. Before you wire directly to the light, there has to be a repeater so the light can flash. Now it is optional to put silence here for 5 if you want. And now we're going to be putting a level system here. You can expand this to whatever you want. So place level there. Now when we click on, the alarm should go off. So now we need to also make sure. So like if I click you see that one off. So this also should have gone off. But you see how it stopped here? We need to put a repeater here. Now as you can see, it didn't loop. That's because we hadn't added the repeat mechanism. So let's reset both of them. So right here is the trigger system. So and then right here is where we put the comparator in for the clock. It's recommended to use comparators because it's easier to do the clock. So now and then if you want, you could make this do a loop, which I'm going to do right now. Break this comparator. Make sure that's on subtraction mode. Now we're going to put the lever back on again. Now watch when we flick it on. This is not going off. Okay, so this is not going off for some reason, even though it's on subtraction mode. You see this one's going off, the other one's not. So we need to troubleshoot this. I bet I know what the issue is. Yeah, because this lever is holding it in. So you gotta put a repeater there to make sure that doesn't happen. So pop the repeater there, comparator, and then once you put on subtraction mode, you can now see that the light now flashes. Now if we click silence, now see when we click silence, it did not silence the alarm because we got the level on. Now we're going to reset it, and we're going to show you how to remedy that. Okay, so if I go ahead and look at the one I already made, you see this piston thing here? We're going to be adding that. Okay, so right here where the trigger mechanism in, you put a repeater here so that it goes through the block. Put a sticky piston there with your block of choice right there. Now we need to make it so that it gets power when it's in silence mode, when it's reset. So since this button here is the reset, we gotta put the block here. We gotta put the block here and then lead it up to the one over there. Now see this torch? We don't want that to get activated. So build up like this. Then we can wire it right there. So we're gonna put a wire right here. Make sure the reset thing is not active. And there we go. Now, if we trigger this, it tracks. So if it tracks now. So if we hit silence, you can see it silenced the alarm. So, but you can see that although this one here is active, you see this repeater here? It's causing this to get signal, so we gotta put this here to make sure it doesn't do that. And once we click reset, that will come back in. Now, since it's already alarmed again, it's gonna ring again. And oh, it broke something here. Whoops. Okay. See the light here? Now, if I click silence, you can see the light is still flashing. You can see the light here is still flashing right here. Wondering what the noise is, just that slamming there. But you can see the light is flashing, but the note block isn't going off. That's because it's in silence mode. Now once we click reset, you can't do it. You can't reset until this is flipped. So we click silence, flip this back, and once we click reset, it will reset, ready for the next activation. By doing this, once in silence mode, we don't trigger the alarms by flipping another station in line with this one. Yeah, because all it is that if we place this one here, you gotta make sure it doesn't interfere with that one. But if we put one here, and this is gone, this will not do anything. So what this does is that what this piston does is make sure it doesn't stay active when you click the silence button. Yes, and that's how you make a fire alarm system panel like this, and then make a piston door like this that is completely hidden underneath the floor. That's used by a simple T flip-flop with this. Now when you push this, you can see this piston goes up to grab the block and bring it down. Hope you enjoyed this video.